Hey, this is Matt Reisinger of the Reisinger Homes. Welcome to my video blog dedicated to building science and fine craftsmanship. I'm at the Mitsubishi showroom today, and we're going to talk about this unit behind me. This is a ductless mini-split. I've got my friend Al DeAndrea from McCullough Heating and Air Conditioning with me. Al, thanks for joining me. We actually just shot a news piece for Time Warner Cable News, and while I had Al and while I was at the showroom, I thought, let's do a little in-depth on why we like these ductless mini-split systems. Al, tell me, your company does all kinds of work in heating and cooling, but where are you guys seeing these being installed in this central Texas area?
Sure. Matt, we see a lot of these in master bedrooms, we see a lot of them in bonus rooms, and we see a lot of them in garages. Master bedrooms, a lot of times somebody may just want to keep their master bedroom cooler at night, so maybe 65, 66. The rest of the house they keep in the 70s. We see that. I've got customers where, their kids have moved on and they want to turn their central system off that cools the whole house and just cool their master bedroom.
Well, that's a great idea.
These are great for that.
Perfect use for that.
Yeah.
How about garages? Are you seeing these much in garages?
We see a lot of garages, and garage conversions have come a long ways. You know, the garage conversion of old is somebody takes a couple of ducts and slaps it onto their existing system and hopes that it's going to work well. It usually doesn't.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I've seen some amazing garage conversions now that really make the garage look like the inside of the home, and they use a Mitsubishi ductless mini-split, and it's a great solution for that. It provides heating and cooling, it's quiet, it's efficient, and easy to install.
Yeah, these are nice. Tell me about the compressor that you see with these units.
You know, it's one of the terrific things about these systems, Matt, is it has an inverter DC current driven compressor, and that compressor, the unique thing about it is it can ramp itself up and down capacity wise and deliver the capacity that you need when you need it.
Yep, we've seen these talked about on my blog. If you've seen my other videos, we refer to these as VRF, variable refrigerant flow. What's the rough capacity on these in terms of variability? From 15% to 100%. So what I always educate my customers is these systems almost run all the time, which is actually a good thing. Yep.
They're constantly sampling air, taking humidity out of it, constantly moving air, but very, very efficient. And sometimes I walk outside and I'll look at one of the units running, and the fan is barely turning.
Boy, that's great.
It's moving.
Just super slow
capacity.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah.
Where did the term mini come from on these? Do you know the origins on that?
Well, I think part of it is the size. The units are smaller. They're also very easy to install. I think that goes part and parcel with that. But also the tonnage, the capacity of these units. The smallest Mitsubishi unit is a 3/4 of a ton unit.
Wow.
And that's much smaller than your traditional systems out there.
Yeah, that's great. So about 9,000 BTUs for their smallest system.
Right.
Whereas if you bought an American Standard, let's say, what's the smallest they make?
A ton and a half.
Yeah. And I've heard 2 tons for some of the other machines out there is the smallest they make.
Right.
So these are a great solution in a very high performance house as well. In fact, my company, Al, is building a house right now with 3 mini split heads, and that's it for the cooling, for the ductwork, for the heating, everything tied to one compressor on the outside. So you can get these in multiple configurations. They also have a bunch of different options besides the mini split head. They make these in kind of a radiator style that you'd see at the floor, and they make these in some low static pressure blowing units that we often refer to as the pizza box, where they're about the size of a couple pizza boxes stacked up, and you've got a little pair of plenum attached, and you might service, let's say, 2 rooms, a master bedroom, master bath, master closet with one of those, so you could zone your house very, very efficiently. I've got a house under construction now that has 8 zones, all Mitsubishi, tied to 3 compressors on the outside. So it's amazing the things you can do with these, that they run not only very efficiently but very quiet, and they really give you some great options.
Right, and with this system here, there's no ductwork, and you're typically paying a 15 to 20% penalty for having ductwork. You're conditioning the air and then transporting it to some room, and by the time it gets there, you've paid a price already. It's not as cold as it was or hot as it was, and
That's huge.
That's a big benefit of these.
Yeah, that's a big benefit. If you'd like more information, guys, you can visit my blog at mattraciner.com. You can also check out my Twitter feed. I'll lace that in somewhere here if you'd like to follow me on Twitter. And of course, I'll put some links to the Mitsubishi website and to Al's company if you'd like to talk to him if you're in the kind of greater Austin area. Thanks for joining me, everybody. We'll see you next time.